I accidentally discovered my father's secret affair with the nanny while walking our dog. The nanny originally came to take care of my sick mother, but she ended up becoming my stepmother. Ever since she entered our home, strange things started happening one after another. I was always healthy before, but recently I've been having frequent stomach pains. Our usually gentle dog barks non-stop whenever it sees the nanny. All these unusual signs made me suspicious. What exactly is this woman hiding? What puzzled me even more was this. My sick mother loved having her room filled with sunlight, but whenever my family and I went out, the nanny would deliberately close all the curtains. My mother's condition had been stable, but after the nanny arrived, it rapidly deteriorated until she finally passed away. I knew the nanny was up to something, but I could never find any proof. At my mother's funeral, though, I caught a glimpse of a strange smile flashing across the nanny's face. I was certain this woman was trouble, but my father didn't see it that way. Instead, he let this suspicious nanny become my stepmother. One day, while father was still at work, my stepmother made a delicious meal for my brother and me. During dinner, my brother complimented her cooking. She finally showed a satisfied smile, but suddenly our dog started barking like crazy. Seeing we hadn't finished eating yet, my stepmother offered to take the dog for a walk. When father came home and saw this scene, he felt really pleased, but a sudden scream made everyone's heart skip a beat. My brother and I rushed outside following the sound. We found our dog covered in blood. My stepmother cried, saying the dog broke free from its leash and got hit by a speeding truck. Seeing my stepmother's panicked state, father quickly went to comfort her, but rage filled my heart. I didn't believe a word.
You did this. You killed her.
Right, that's enough.
Like you killed my mom.
Nanny, no.
Shut up!
I finally voiced my suspicions, but before father could stop me, my stomach started hurting severely again. The pain brought me to my knees. They rushed me to the hospital for a complete examination, but the doctors couldn't find anything wrong. Still, I was convinced my stepmother was secretly poisoning me. Father dismissed it completely, thinking I was just paranoid all the time. He said I was acting just like my late uncle who had schizophrenia. That put a weight on my mind. The next day, I searched online for symptoms of schizophrenia, but I didn't feel like anything was wrong with me. I was even more convinced the problem was my stepmother. The next morning, my stepmother brought me a steaming bowl of oatmeal. I sniffed it suspiciously, detecting a strange smell, so I secretly poured the oatmeal into my pencil case and called my friend to meet up. I was planning something important. Then I pretended to finish the oatmeal, grabbed my backpack, and got ready to leave.
Where are you going?
I'm just meeting a friend.
That's when my stepmother noticed my backpack was wet on the outside. I quickly said my water bottle was leaking and hurried out the door. My stepmother stared at the white spots on the floor, her face oddly calm. Meanwhile, I met up with my friend, begging him to lend me $300 to test if there was poison in the oatmeal. But my friend didn't understand either, thinking I was just paranoid because I'd lost my mother. In my frustration, I tried to show him the oatmeal, but accidentally spilled the evidence. Anger made me yell at my friend. He got scared and ran away. I went home trying to stay calm. During dinner with the family, father kept praising my stepmother's cooking, but I was convinced my food was poisoned, so I asked to eat the steak from father's plate. My stepmother's expression changed immediately. She said medium rare steak wasn't good for kids, but I insisted on having it. My stepmother finally exploded, saying she couldn't stand me constantly picking fights. Father tried to calm everyone down, but I wasn't listening. I still believed the steak was poisoned. I put the steak in a bag to get it tested. Father tried to stop me.
Stop! Look at me! Stop! I am trying to help you.
I grabbed a knife and warned him to stay back. My stepmother immediately called the police. That's when I completely lost control. I said my stepmother was a murderer. First she killed my mother, then she killed our dog, and we three would be next. After saying that, I rushed into father and stepmother's bedroom, trying to find evidence of the poisoning. Father, afraid I'd do something stupid, quickly followed me in, patiently trying to calm me down. 5 minutes later, I was already breaking down inside. But that's when my stepmother decided to walk in. My eyes immediately hardened with determination.
No.
The police arrived just in time to restrain me. That's what finally made me calm down completely. I realized I'd fallen into my stepmother's trap, but it was all too late. I was criminally detained for hurting my stepmother. Even though I was under 18, I still had to face legal consequences. Father had to hire a top lawyer to defend me, but there was no evidence my stepmother did anything wrong. The lawyer could only suggest I plead insanity. That was the only way to avoid punishment. But I stuck to what I believed and firmly rejected the lawyer's suggestion. That's when my brother walked in, tears streaming down his face, begging me to accept reality.